Mysterious Prehistoric Discoveries.
This is Throwback Thursdays.
Number 10. The Carnac Stones of France. This dense collection of more than 3,000 standing stones around the village of Carnac comprises the largest such collection in the world, and were thought to have been erected between 4500 and 3300 BC. As to the purpose of the stones, there's a variety of theories. Some believe they have some sort of astronomical purpose and might be related to a calendar system or an observatory. Others feel the stones could have represented prehistoric seismic instruments of sorts. That is, the balanced stones could have served as earthquake detectors. This site is also thought to uphold the idea of the megalithic yard. That's a theoretical common unit of measurement used to construct a majority of megalithic sites. Number 9. Bruna Bonnier, also known as Boyne Palace. This is considered one of the most important prehistoric landscapes in the world and is located in Ireland. Humans have settled in the area for more than 6,000 years, but major structures date from the Neolithic period some 5,000 years ago. The complex contains Neolithic mounds, standing stones, and chamber tombs, some of which date as early as the 35th century BC, predating the Egyptian pyramids. There are 3 main megalith sites, and 2 have displayed solar alignments with the winter solstice, and the 3rd is aligned toward the spring and autumn equinox. Number 8. Stone spheres. They can measure more than 2 meters in diameter, weigh about 15 tons, and are sculpted from gabbro, an equivalent of basalt. Over 300 of these stone spheres have been discovered in Costa Rica and are thought to have been made by a long-lost civilization. Although it's impossible to exactly date them, the spheres are thought to have been constructed between 1500 and 500 BC. Their exact purpose remains unknown, but one theory suggests the spheres were used to line the walkways to the houses of chiefs. They were discovered in the 1930s while jungle was being cleared for banana plantations. Number 7. Antequera, Spain. Spain has some of the largest dolmens or passage mounds in the world. The country's 3 most important dolmens are located close to the town of Antequera and are thought to have been established around 3700 BC. Spain's 3 large dolmens are Cueva de Menga, Cueva de Viera. The biggest stones used for the construction weigh around 180 tons and were transported from a mile away at minimum. Many of the walls feature illustrations that are anthropomorphic in nature. Menga is aligned to the summer solstice, and El Romeral shares traits and characteristics with Tholos dolmens found on Crete, which some believe suggests a connection to the Minoan civilization. Number 6. A gigantic piece of stone was found in the ancient quarries near Aswan, Egypt. It was likely intended to be erected as an obelisk, but was never finished. Cracks in the stone seem to have formed during the quarrying, but some believe it was due to the workers being violently interrupted. What makes the object notable is its immense size. Standing at a height of 137 feet tall and weighing 1,200 tons, the single huge piece of stone would have exceeded the height of a 10-story building. Since few modern cranes could have moved so massive an object, it does beg the question, how did the ancient Egyptians plan on moving it and erecting it? Number 5. Skara Brae. This Neolithic town, located in Scotland, was inhabited over 5,000 years ago on the largest island of the Orkney archipelago. It was a cluster of 8 houses and was discovered in 1850 when a damaging storm hit Scotland and uncovered a knoll which revealed the outline of the village. It's thought that around 2500 BC, the inhabitants abandoned the town and appear to have been in a hurry. Evidence of prized possessions, such as jewelry, seem to have been left behind at the location. While some theories speculate that the inhabitants were suddenly forced out due to a catastrophic storm, some experts say that there is no evidence of such a scenario, and the reasons for the towns being vacated may never be known. Due to its sudden abandonment and its excellent preserved condition, the Scottish Pompeii. Number 4. Earlier in 2016, a strange structure was found under a Neolithic trash dump. The structures turned out to be Stone Age slabs, thought to date back around 5,400 years. Some of the slabs measure over 4 meters long and were unearthed during an excavation at the Ness of Brodgar in Orkney. The massive stones, also called orthostats, may have formed part of the walls of a building that measured 10 meters wide and could be more than 5,000 years old. Archaeologists say the stone's construction is unique to the Ness, suggesting that they may have been reused and taken from elsewhere. Once archaeologists unearth the entire structure, they'll have a much better idea as to its size and what it may have been used for. Number 3. Ggant ISA. This complex of 2 megalithic temples is found on Gozo, a Maltese island. The 2 temples are dated at more than 5,500 years old. After Göbekli Tepe, it's the second oldest man-made religious structure in the world, and it was made at a time in which the wheel and metal tools would not have been available to island natives. Small spherical stones found there are thought to have been used as ball bearings, and that might have been a way the enormous stone building blocks were transported to the site. Because statuettes and figurines associated with fertility rites have been discovered there, experts think the temples may have been the location of a fertility cult, but the exact function is still unknown. Number 2. Göbekli Tepe. Overall, this is considered the oldest religious structure yet discovered anywhere. Located on a mountain ridge in Turkey, radiocarbon testing indicates the structures date to around the 10th to 8th millennium BCE, predating pottery, metallurgy, and the invention of the wheel. More than 200 huge T-shaped stone pillars were found arranged in approximately 20 circles there. Each pillar weighs up to 20 tons and measures up to 6 meters high. They're fitted into sockets carved out of the bedrock. Some of the structures bear pictograms and reliefs of animals including lions, bulls, and snakes. Archaeologists estimate that 500 workers would have been required to move those pillars from local quarries to the site itself, a distance up to 500 meters. So how did they manage to cut stone into such precise shapes and then transport them? Well, that, along with the exact purpose of this site, remains a mystery. Number 1. Stonehenge. Of course, we must include this legendary stone circle on our list. It was thought to have been constructed in phases from 1500 to 3000 BC. It's still unclear exactly what purpose this location served, but there are plenty of theories, including that it served as a burial ground, at least in the beginning. Some 50,000 cremated bones of 63 individuals, including adults and children, have been excavated from one of 56 holes arranged in a circle there. Those unearthed remains may tie into a theory that the monuments might have served as a place of healing. That aligns with the belief that the stones contain curative properties and might help account for the high number of burials there. Stonehenge is well known for having a connection to Druids, and thousands of people flock there annually to observe the winter solstice. Although many experts say the astronomical associations are still open to debate, as is the method by which those stones were transported to the site by prehistoric people without the wheel. Do you think they'll ever be solved?